I put in the move command, which is first letter of the spelling M. The same as always, command bar will guide me with all the steps that is there. Yeah. It is telling me to specify base point. Since I have to randomly move it in at any location, the base point is irrelevant to me because I need to move it from a random position to another random position. So I can just select any random point as the base point. I'll turn off ortho mode for this. And let's say I'll just can see it's moving around with my cursor. I can just randomly place it anywhere by clicking. Right? My rectangle is randomly moved. Now in the second scenario, I need to move my rectangle, let's say 1000 mm towards the right direction. I select the base rectangle, take in the move command M, enter. I specify the base point. Now in this again, because I'm not moving it in reference to something, I'm just moving it towards the right direction in 1000 meter distance. So I can pick any random point as the base point. Turn on the ortho mode so that it moves straight. I'll take my cursor towards the right just to specify the direction. Cursor will always specify the direction. I'll type the distance 1000, enter. I move my rectangle exactly 1000 from the original location. Now in the third and fourth scenario, the base point becomes very crucial because I want my rectangle to be exactly 500 mm away from this right edge. Now let's understand this scenario a bit. And you guys tell me what do you think shall be the base point? Or chalo, let me just show you this one. Then for the next, you tell me what shall be the base point. I select the rectangle. I take the move command. Right? It is asking me to specify base point. Now I want the right edge of my rectangle to be exactly 500 mm away from this line, from the right side line. So my base point should be anywhere on the right edge. It could be in the corner, it could be in the middle, it could be somewhere in between or anywhere, right? I'll just take this corner. And now you see if I just place my line, now my rectangle is exactly aligning, right? So this base point selection was correct. But now I want to measure exactly 500 mm away from this line, right? How would I do this? Because this is a very random measurement as I measured and showed it to you guys, right? Over here comes a slightly advanced method of selection. I'll hold down the left side control and I'll right mouse button. For Mac users, it will be Shift and the right mouse button. For Windows users, it will be the left side control and the right mouse button. The moment I click both of them together, I'll get the selection menu. I just need to focus on two. The first one is from, and the second one is made between 2 points. From will allow me to measure a distance, right? And mid between 2 points will allow me to calculate the middle between two any random locations. Now, command bar was telling me to specify second point, which I do not know because I don't know where the exact point will lie. So I'll select the from option from the advanced menu. Now you see the command bar has changed its instruction. It has added the underscore from base point towards the end. Right. I'll select the reference point. So in which case is this line. I'll select the line and then I tell I want to move it towards the left in respect to the line. I type in 500 because that is my distance. I press enter. Now if I measure, the rectangle is exactly 500 mm away from the line. I'll show this step once again, this scenario once again. I select the rectangle. I take the move command. For the base point, I take any point on the right edge. I control right click. I select the from option. I'll select the reference point from where I need to start measuring, right? Which can also be said as the new base point. I'll select this point on this line as the base point. I can move it on any of the directions I desire, right? But I want my rectangle to be 500 mm towards the left direction from the line. Hence, I move my cursor towards the left. 500. Enter. Now for this scenario, tell me what should be my base point. I need to move my rectangle in the center of the two lines, right? This is my original rectangle. Tell me what should be my base point.
has to be the center of the
It has to be the center of the
rectangle, like on
so
any on
center means on the inside or on the edge?
on the edge.
On the edge, ठीक है. Let's say this.
Yeah.
ठीक है. Anyone else has any other iterations, any other options, or everyone agrees with this center? Guys, anyone thinks of a different base point? Everyone agrees with Surya's recommendation to select this central point as the base point?
Actually, Ayush, I just
हाँ.
joined the
अच्छा.
chat channel, so I don't know what we are going through.
ठीक है, no problem. We see. It's fine. Yes. ठीक है. So since we have this this central point as the option, I'll take this. So definitely the center could be one because again, as we were discussing, the center of the rectangle needs to be in between the two lines in order for the rectangle to be centrally positioned, right? So not just this center point of the edge, but I could take any point on the central axis of the rectangle, right? It could be the edge, it could be somewhere in between, it could be the rectangle center, any point. I'll take that as the base point, control right click. This time I'll select the mid between 2 points option, right? You see the command bar is telling me underscore L2P first point of mid, right? I'll select, let's say this as the first point. It is asking me second point. I'll select this as the second point. And my rectangle is now exactly centered. If you would see 13010178, 13010178. So the centering is precise.